Did you know that you only have about 7 seconds to convince somebody to hire you on UpWork? So does that make UpWork a simply too damn difficult place to succeed? Well, no, especially if you follow these 4 simple steps when setting up your perfect UpWork profile. Hi, my name is Peter and I help aspiring and established freelancers to grow their businesses. Now, UpWork. You either hate it or love it, but it does have a place in the freelancing ecosystem and can be useful for both employers and freelancers alike. Especially for those freelancers who are just starting out and are in the process of maybe, building up a brand new portfolio. So what is the secret? How do you get noticed on UpWork? Well, as I mentioned before, when you bid on a job on UpWork, depending on the job, chances are that there are at least another 20 and 50 people already competing with you. That's the bad news. The good news is that a lot of these bids are of low quality. So from the employer's perspective, they have to filter. What this means is that employers have gotten really good at filtering out the low effort, low quality candidates. And this filtering takes place really quickly as well. So a profile or a bid only gets, a couple of seconds to impress a potential client. So that begs the question, how do you stand out? Well, 7 seconds is not a lot, but that is in fact only an average number. So in reality, I would say you only have about 2 or 3 seconds most of the time. So let's test this. Here's the profile. I'm gonna flash it for you for 3 seconds, see what you can gather. Now, what did you get? Did you get what this person can do for you? Was it convincing? Do you know who this person is? And would you trust this person with a deadline, your money, real responsibility? Probably not. So let's try another one. Much better, right? We instantly know who this guy is and what he can do for us, and we might have even started to, on an instinctual level, trust him. But how? What was the difference and what makes his profile work? Well, 4 things. Number 1, the perfect UpWork portfolio is human. You see, us humans are social creatures. We like to connect with other human beings. And the more personal, the more real and more human things are in a digital environment, the more likely that a person will form an instant connection with you and maybe even, give you a chance. And to do this, you have to put yourself out there, upload a real photo of yourself, preferably, smiling with a plain, colorful background that makes your face pop. And, you'll have to use your real name as well to build some trust. By the way, biting the bullet and investing into a professional photo is one of the best investments you'll ever make. So do that. Number 2, the perfect UpWork portfolio is straight to the point. As a potential client, I don't really care about your education or your grandma's middle name or your freelancing origin story. You're not one of the freaking Avengers, right? So why don't clients care about any of that? Well, because as a client, I'm selfish. I only care about myself, so don't talk about you, talk about me, the client, and what you can do for me. So a good portfolio talks about your service and, more importantly, the results your service delivers. Simply put, talk about solutions, not features, and do this by getting straight to the point. For example, you are not just an experienced medical copywriter, you are a copywriter who delivers copy that increases conversions. You see, as a client, I only care about solutions and value generated. So get straight to the point and people will notice you more. By the way, we do have a neat little checklist to help you set up your perfect UpWork profile, so head down to the descriptions to grab it for free. Now, number 3, the perfect UpWork portfolio has a fair amount of trust building going on. You build trust by placing on your portfolio various items that basically shout, I can do stuff, right? People have already, given me money, time and effort. They have trusted me. And trust building can be anything. It can be testimonials from previous clients. It can be examples of previous work. It can be, 5-star reviews, whatever. Now, the trick is that you don't really need all of these things, right? Less is actually more in this scenario. So with trust building, I recommend that you go with quality rather than quantity. Remember, people only have a limited attention span when it comes to watching your portfolio. Number 4, the perfect UpWork portfolio has visual hooks. Finally, in the modern digital environment, people do not really read pages, we just scan those pages, meaning that you will have to provide as many visual cues to draw in the attention of a potential reader. We call these visual cues hooks. A hook can be an image, a bullet point, an emoji, or even a link, anything that stands out from the text, anything that is visual. And you will need to break up your paragraphs, use, shorter sentences and emphasize the important words. When you do this, when you treat your text and your paragraphs as an image, as like a visual experience, you basically lay out a net of hooks that your reader can bite onto, right? And I think I'm like mixing my, fishing metaphors here, but you get the idea. Anyhow, follow these 4 steps and you will see your UpWork bids suddenly getting much more attention. That's it for today. See you next time and keep freelancing.